Ready?
Hey, welcome back to another episode of CHPT Radio with your host Bon and Josh.
Welcome back to our first one
Yes.
of the decade.
First of the decade.
So I thought we're going to start doing the numbers.
Yes, so this will be season 2, episode 1.
Okay, so the start will be...
Welcome to CHPT Radio with your host Bon and Josh. Season 2. And we might even get some cool sort of funky intro noise.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Move on from that.
Maybe we'll get some suggestions of some intro music from the 17 listeners that we have.
Meatloaf, Bat Out of Hell.
Yeah, no. That's a terrible suggestion. But it's going to be a good decade. I'm just sitting here laughing. So if you're unsure, if you haven't listened to the podcast before, now that you can see us, this is pretty much how it normally goes.
But I sit there drinking this coffee.
And
Though we've had to change our location because it wasn't working in the office.
yeah, no, there's a few things we need to fix.
Yeah.
So you might see us in a couple of different spots.
Maybe, you know how Elf on the Shelf will be like, where is the podcast?
Elf on the Shelf is a great way for parents to ruin December, so it's not everyone that's done Elf on the Shelf has just gotten over that painful experience, so hopefully we're not going to reignite horror stories.
Alright, so today we're just going to chat about what's happening at CHPT. There's a lot
So
happening.
much happening.
So our members and clients would have seen yesterday we had concrete delivered.
Yes.
High five to the little boy, the big boys who buried it in. They earned their super duper.
Yes, we had 6 metres of concrete delivered yesterday and put into 2 slabs, and the fellas that gave us a hand, massive shout out to those 4 young men that, whilst I think a couple of them, by their own admission, weren't built for barrowing, they did an amazing job. None of them whinged, they all just put their head down and really worked, and I think that was a really impressive approach to a difficult job. They're like, oh, this isn't something I'm necessarily good at, but they listened and learnt from those that had done it before, and the result is that we now have a whole heap of extra concrete in the back of the gym, which will be getting ready for a shiny new...
Building a barn. Very Amish of us.
Very Amish of us. I don't know that Mr. Schultz is very Amish, but maybe he is.
Maybe he could grow a beard like the Amish.
I don't know that he could. Maybe we'll put a snap poll. Can Mr. Schultz grow an Amish beard?
Yeah,
Yes or no?
I could poll that.
I think we should.
Yeah.
Maybe that might be one of the things that you see come around more and more often, is that we want to see our online members interacting more. So the things like the polls and things like that. I know there's been some people curious as to see whether we've posted the results of those or not. But yeah, looking for people to get their votes and have some say as to some of the future directions of things that we do. Not necessarily the programming, so don't vote for no thrusters and no burpees, because you won't always get what you want.
We'll just get more thrusters.
Absolutely.
Yes,
So-
burpees have slowly made their way back into programming.
Yes.
Very slowly. Very slowly.
Under Bomb's programming. So if there's a burpee there, we know who to blame, not me.
Yeah, so we're extending the shed, which is super exciting. We are bringing in... We haven't really formally announced it, have we?
No, so
Is this our formal announcement?
I
We
think
need
so.
to go put a suit on.
I don't want to.
Like,
I don't want to put a suit on. Yes, we're going to be the future home of Gippsland weightlifting. We're going through all of the registration process at the moment. I can see that. You need to show the camera that bit.
They're not here. We're not being filmed.
Yes, we are. So yeah, we will be the future home of Gippsland weightlifting, which is super exciting.
Yeah, so it's just gone to the board, the Victorian Weightlifting Board, and they've just got to approve it. So that they normally go back in Feb, and will be approved then.
Yes, so we will then have a dedicated space, so people are like, oh, is the wall staying? Yes, the white wall is staying.
Yes.
It will be a separate room which will be utilised not exclusively for weightlifting, but it will be set up as a weightlifting gym.
Yeah, I'd like to get a yoga instructor in and have maybe 1 or 2 nights of yoga. So if you know of anyone who's looking for some extra work, get them to send us the message.
We're keen to expand offerings without locking people into too much. So.
Yeah. And you know, it's going to be a great space for the members to come in before their group session and use the whole space for their hip swings.
Yes.
And not hit anyone.
Yeah, so we will be looking at, the way it will be implemented will be sort of a bit of a teething process over a few months, but we're hopeful that by the end of January the room will be finished, and then from there we will slowly make additions to it. But there'll be things like how do we share equipment between the two spaces, and where some things are currently stored in the main gym, they'll be moved out, and other things will come in their place, or they won't be replaced at all. And so it'll just be, it might look and feel a little bit different over the next couple of months, but we will find what works best for the members and clients, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, so that's happening. We've got the Battle on the Hill.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, that's our 4-week challenge that's starting.
Tonight.
That starts tonight. There is a CHP clothing collection
Potentially in the works.
That's happening all behind the scenes. We're just getting all the details of that sorted out. So that will hopefully being launched later in the year, which will be exciting. So if you don't have enough CHPT merch, you'll be able to get some more.
Yeah, and that one will be a little bit more of a brand than it will be CHPT logos. So
yeah,
that'll be a bit different as well. But that's really in its formation stage at the moment. So we won't talk about that anymore. Even though it's super exciting.
It's really exciting.
So yeah. So we're back on. Like, just about everyone's back now from holidays and leave, so that's exciting to get the gym back in full and people coming and going and getting after their fitness for 2020.
But what's your tip for 2020? Best bit of advice.
The best bit of advice: turn up.
Turn up.
Yep. It's really easy to do the work if you're here. It's really hard to do the work if you're not.
That is correct. Very deep.
Not too deep.
Not too deep.
Yours?
Mine? Oh well, you just left. I don't think I can follow that.
Yeah, probably not. It's pretty good. Excellent.
My advice for 2020 is, just give it a go. Like we've always said, just jump in and see what happens.
Excellent.
Cool.
All right.
Well, that's it. Thank you for all watching us. Not that we're looking at you.
Yeah, which is odd, but
It's a bit weird. Josh, it was very hard to get Josh to stop smiling at the camera.
Which I think you're supposed to. I'm not sure yet. We'll get feedback on that too.
Yeah, we've figured. No, I think you've just been decision.
Okay.
Yeah. So from us, remember to be brave, be wise, be kind, and we'll see you. Well, maybe see you, or you'll see us next week.
Yes. All right. Thanks, guys.
Bye.